Hi, welcome or welcome back. I am Brittany. If you're new here, I read loads of books, mostly romantasy, but just lots of other really good books in general. In today's video, we are just going to recap of all the books that I've read in the month of June, which is more than I anticipated. We're just going to go over my review for them, my recommendations, all spoiler free, and probably also go over my TBR for the month of July. I know this video is a little bit late, but better late than never, right? This month has been honestly so much fun because I feel like I've been reading book after book after book and nothing has really given me those same vibes as reading some of my favorite books, and I finally found some this month. And I also did several rereads, which this is the first time in years I have reread any books, and it has been such a good time. The rereads are really giving me that feeling again, and it's just so much fun to read them for the second time and get those same feelings because I've read some of these books years ago and it's hitting so hard. I guess we're going to go through it in this order. My favorite book, one of my favorite books, and I don't even know why this book is one of my favorite books, but it is. And I did a reread of Betrayals by Jeanette Rose and Alexis Rune. And guys, I am obsessed with this book. I'm obsessed with this series. I'm lucky enough to be reading an advanced reader copy of the second book that is out in this series. If you like books like Zodiac Academy, if you like books with like a dark academia feel, a college setting that's kind of like immature but not, but there's college parties and just such best characters ever, this is a series I recommend a ton. I have a hard time even putting into words how much I love this series because it's interesting to me because there's lots of tropes and things that happen in this book that I usually do not like. Hate them, actually. But for some reason it just works well in this book. It works well with the characters. The development, the found family is literally everything. In this book, we follow Summer, and she is a fae that gets enrolled into this academy. And she meets Connor, who is our MMC and a literal angel. There's also something going on with the headmaster of the school. There's a stalker situation happening. And it's just so good. She is very broody and is that type of character. And our MMC is like a golden ray of sunshine. I'm just obsessed. You will cry, you will feel the emotions, and the arc of this book is so freaking good. Next, I am currently in a reread of all of SJM's books. This is the reading order I am following. So this month I did read A Court of Wings and Ruin, did go through and tab, it was so much fun, and I'm reading Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight. I was able to finish both of these. Guys, it has been a hot second. I've read the first two books in ACOTAR several times, and I have not read this one second time yet. So this was my first time doing a real reread of A Court. The lore that is in this book and the Easter eggs and the details is so freaking good. So I paused there and then I jumped to Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight. And same thing, I haven't read these books since I think maybe 2020. So we're talking 6 years ago that I read these. So but honestly, even though I know most of the plot, I missed so many of those Easter eggs. I obviously didn't know they were there. I miss these characters, so much things that I just like missed, and it's been so much fun diving back into it. This is a little dust jacket cover that I got sent that is just so freaking gorgeous. It is from Carrington Moore Studios, but it is absolutely gorgeous, and I have one for each of the books, but I was just testing this one out because it's so pretty. I also did a reread of Metal Slinger to prepare for the second book out in the duology, Wielder, that came out this month. And I had such a good time doing the reread. I love this book. 4 stars for me. Ending that will literally want you to chuck the book across the room. It's that good. Wielder. I like this book. I think it is a very well done book overall. It just wasn't what I was wanting in the duology, but I was trying not to let what I wanted or what my assumption of the book to be to ruin my rating on it, because the book overall is very good. There's a lot of elements that I really enjoyed in this book. It's very much more war strategy driven than I wasn't expecting that, and there is a time jump. So this book ends on a major cliffhanger, and then this book starts 4 years in the future. And I just wanted so badly for it to pick up right where this book ended. I just felt like that would have been more of, without giving any spoilers away, the best course of action to really have people dive into this book. Now, while there was still some messiness and things that happened that I enjoyed, it just was not what I was expecting, but it was still a good book. So take that with what you will. This is an unexpected 5-star read for me, and completely unexpected. I ended up reading it in under 24 hours, and I'm not even really sure because it is over 500 pages. But this was so much fun. It is A City of Iron and Ivy by Thomas Kent, and it's kind of giving Jack the Ripper vibes mixed with Bridgerton in a really good way. And there's also this deadly plant magic that I haven't read before. Our main character's sister goes missing during the time when there's a Jack the Ripper out and about, and then there's also debutante season in London going on. It's just so much fun, extremely fast-paced, very unique, lots of twists and turns, and it's a standalone. So everyone always saying they don't want to commit to a full series. Here you go, standalone, done so good. I also listened to the audio with this, perfection. Now I am on a little bit of a romance kick lately, only because I've been reading so many fantasy romance books back to back, and so I wanted to try something different. I have read the Ravenhood series by this author, Kate Stewart, and I have not read this one yet, and it's been on my TBR for such a long time. So I did end up finishing the book Drive, which is an amazing book. It is a rock star romance. It follows our main character, Estella. There's a love triangle going on. It is just so much. It's just so good. Kate writes her characters pretty complex, very emotional, kind of messy, toxic relationships. So if you like those kind of things, this is definitely one you do. I love those things. So if there's anything that's messy, toxic relationship in a romance, sign me up. So freaking good. Just so good. The audio is also amazing. I am in the middle, well, I'm about 70% done with the second book in the series, reversed by the time I'm filming this video. And I honestly think this will be one of my favorite romances book I have ever read. It is so freaking good. It's clever. The characters I'm obsessed with. Easton freaking Crown. I love it, and I'm so excited to see how this book is going to end up because I am obsessed with this. Also, the audio is 10 out of 10 perfection. This is also my first rockstar romance, so I'm eating these up. Love. I also picked up The Windweaver by Julie Johnson, and I never really saw anyone talk about this book, but I did have one follower slide into my DMs and say that I would really like this book. So I'm like, I'm going to give it a try, and I did. I really liked it. If you like books like When the Moon Hatched, I think this is one you will definitely really like. The book starts off with a jump, and our main character is basically trying to be unalived. And it's a little bit like dark and gruesome in the beginning, but basically the world that she thought she knew and she lived in is not what she thought. Very unique magic in here, so I did say it's elemental magic, but I'm not going to say anything else about it in there. The writing is very lyrical, it's very beautiful, so if you like those type of books, this is definitely one you will like to read. It is a dark romantasy, and I feel like there's also a love triangle situation going on yet. I'm in 10% in the second book, but people say that the second book is way better than the first, but I actually love this book. I gave it 5 stars. So we'll see about the second book, but I feel like there's a love triangle happening. I don't know yet, so it's unconfirmed, but that's the vibe that I am getting, so we shall see about that. I also read Shadows of Sparta by C.R. Jane, and this was unexpected for me. It is a Helen of Troy retelling where our main character basically uses her beauty as a weapon, essentially. The audio of this for all is also really good, but there's trials and competitions. There's a trial vibe going on, but done in a very unique way. I like the trials in this one. The writing in here is very atmospheric as well, so if you like books like that, I think you will like this one. There's some things, I thought this book was just overall such a really great time. I am curious to see where the second book is going to go because I have some theories on how this book ended, on maybe like who the male love interest is actually going to be, because the way this started out, I don't feel like that one is going to be the main love interest, but we'll see. I think it's going to be really fun, and I do want to continue this series. I'm really liking it. And last but not least, I've talked about these books a couple times now, is I read Nightshade the month before. This is a 5-star Dark Academia romance for me, and I love this. This is one of the best banters I have ever read. And Daybreak comes out later this month, and it is the sequel to it. This was so freaking good. Banter's still there. The plot was developing. The characters, so much growth, so much just like characters that you just love. You want to keep reading about them, and then you also want to keep reading about the other characters in the book. Like, I am dying for this author to come out with the other characters' stories in here because you get to know them, and I would love to learn more about their background and their journeys and their vibe. And this was just so much freaking fun. I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you like romance books, to pick these ones up. Actually pick up all these books, but who am I to tell you what to do? As far as my TBR goes for July, I think what I am going to be doing this month is I definitely want to read Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen, one of my friends who reads. She loves this book, loves the main character, loves the plot, and I'm really intrigued by the story, and I was waiting off to read it because the sequel does come out later this month, and so I wanted to read this and then go right into the next book. So this is definitely on my list for this month. I posted a post a while back and asked people which books I should read, and this was a #1 book that was recommended, The Raven Scholar by Antonio Hodges. I really know nothing about this. I believe it's more of like epic fantasy with a subplot of romance, but it sounds so good. Dark academia with like different houses in there, I think. And I don't know, I'm really intrigued by this. I've heard really good things. I'm also obviously continuing my SJM journey this month. So we have up on the docket Queen of Shadows and Heir of Fire. I am also in the middle of reading Assassin's Blade right now. So we shall see. I'm about 50% done with that, so I should finish that very soon. Some other fun books that I'm planning on reading are these ones right here. So we shall see how many books I'm actually able to complete. I really am trying to slow down my reading. I feel like I've just been blasting through a book, which is fine. I feel like I'm just searching for those books that give me those feelings, and if I'm not vibing with the book, I've been DNFing a lot, so I'm really hoping that these books will be 5 stars. If you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts. If you're adding any of these ones that I discussed today to your TBR, let me know. And if you are also reading any of the same books as me, definitely let me know. Maybe we could do a buddy read. Make sure you're following along on all my platforms. Thank you so much for watching.